The most frequently asked questions that we get here at DIY Detail.
I'm Ivan.
I'm Nick.
And this is the DIY Detail Podcast. We get a lot of questions. We love answering your questions. We enjoy it. So please, if you have any questions that we don't answer here, leave them below. We'll get that already up front. But we get a lot of questions that we seem to be repeating the answers frequently, and these are some of them. So let's go for it, Nick.
All right, question number one. I've got the official notepad, so you know it's legit here. Question number one, rinseless wash, waterless wash, what's the difference? Are they the same?
No, they're definitely not the same. It's a completely different chemical package between a rinseless and a waterless. Now, a lot of people confuse the two, the terminology. Rinseless wash is something you dilute into a bucket. You spread it on the vehicle, almost like soap and water, but you don't rinse it away afterwards. A waterless wash is self-contained in the bottle. That's all it is. That one bottle. You have nothing else. There's no water, there's no hose, just the water, just the product and the towel. And we say waterless, yes, there is water in the formula. Don't worry about it, but you're not adding additional water. The surfactants, the emulsifiers are very different between the two because they're doing a very different job. The end result is the same, a clean car. But a waterless wash needs to have a lot more powerful emulsification than a rinseless wash to be able to just be sprayed on the surface and safely taking the dirt off with just a microfiber towel.
Both can be very versatile. Rinseless is more versatile.
Right.
Waterless has its lane.
Right.
It does it very well.
Exactly.
It's not for everything.
Right.
So we're gonna move on. Dilution ratio of rinseless wash. Do you dilute it differently as a clay lube, in the foamer, doing this, doing that?
Right.
You get this question all the time.
Right. First of all, our dilution ratio is pretty much standard across the board, which is 2:56 to 1, or 1 ounce to 2 gallons, 1 cap full if you're using the small bottle, to a gallon, or
of water, a gallon
of water, yeah, or 4 milliliters to a liter. That being said, do we have a lot of variances? No. If you're cleaning windows, 256 to 1. If you're cleaning interiors, 256 to 1. If you're using it as a clay lube, 256 to 1. If you're using it as a panel prep, probably not the best solution for panel prep, but if you have to, if it's the only thing you have, 16 to 1, that's about the only place that we vary from the 256 to 1. Wheel cleaner, 256 to 1. If you're putting in your foam cannon, now you want to have it a little more concentrated because the foam cannon is adding water as well. So that one quart, 32 ounce foamer that you have actually is putting out, on average, 10 quarts. So we want to maintain that 256 to 1 ratio. You have to put 2 to 3 ounces in your foam cannon.
Well, also in like an IK foamer.
Right, an IK foamer, the easiest way of doing it, mix up your bucket, dunk the IK foamer in the bucket, fill it up that way.
If you want thicker foam, you add more product.
Right.
You can get thicker foam by adding more product.
Right, but do you need thicker foam? No. Do you want thicker foam? That's a different question.
I sometimes tell people 128 to 1 for interiors, but
no.
Let's just cut through all the confusion and just say, use it 256 to 1, more if you would like. With rinseless wash, if you dilute it above 256 to 1, you can get streaking.
Exactly.
That may not be a concern for you, right? Our product doesn't streak if you use it at the right dilution.
Right.
If you just like the glug method for interiors or whatever, do what you do. But remember, you're saying no, just remember, you're gonna do what you do. You have the product, it's a free country.
Yeah.
Just the streaks will happen. It's not because the product is faulty, it's because we're telling you the proper dilution is less than you think.
Yeah, 256 to 1, especially on windows. You definitely don't want to do glug on windows or you are not going to have a good day.
Question 3.
Yeah.
Foaming Incredible Suds dilution in the IK.
So in the IK foamer, I like 32 to 1. So 1 ounce of the Incredible Suds to 32 ounces of water in the IK foamer. That's going to give you nice, thick, luxurious suds. Now, can you use less? Yes. Can you use more? If you want to. But the nice thing about Incredible Suds in an IK foamer or in a foam cannon is you can adjust the level of foam or thickness of foam that you want to get.
So in an IK foamer, a gallon is 128 ounces of water, right?
Right.
So you do 4 ounces of product to 1 gallon of water.
Depends on the foamer you're using. If you're using the small pump-up foamer, maybe half an ounce. If you're using the big one, like the Pro 12, then yeah. I personally would start at 1 gallon of water, 1 ounce of Suds, Incredible Suds, pump it up, check it out. If that's giving you the foam that you want. No need to put any more than that.
That's a great way to use product for sure.
Yeah.
It's just, not everybody has the pressure washer and the foam cannon.
Right.
So I always tell them, just put some Incredible Suds in an IK foamer. It's still the fun foam that you see on the YouTube channel.
Exactly.
It's just, you have to get the whole setup. So start with an ounce of product. And that's where I say, nothing is gonna like break the internet, destroy your life. Like if you have a little extra Incredible Suds, right? The only thing is direct sunlight.
Yeah.
Direct sunlight, you just want to be careful with any products at any dilution ever.
Yeah.
But broadly speaking, a little extra Incredible Suds or Rinseless wash is not going to destroy anything.
Right.
It's just if you want the optimal use of product for the least amount of money.
Exactly.
Efficiency is a great thing.
I'm going to add one to the list that wasn't here, but it is one we get a lot. How do you detail in direct sunlight? And we actually have a video on that. It is the best answer to that. But detailing in direct sunlight, we'll keep it small, and the video is up here somewhere. But anyways, we'll keep it small. We'll keep the answer small because I added it to the list. Basically, work in small sections. Don't try to do the whole car at once if you're working outside in direct sunlight. And if you can avoid working in direct sunlight, even better.
And remember, even interiors in direct sunlight, that hot black leather, you could drop some water on there and it could go tss.
Yeah.
Trust me, been there, done that, let alone foaming product willy-nilly. So small sections, instead of spraying on your leather, put your product on the towel, wipe it in.
Yeah.
You get the idea. Common sense can dictate there. All right, question number 4. How long will ceramic gloss or quick beads last? And which is better?
Okay, how long will it last? That completely depends on you. How well is the surface prepared? How do you maintain it? Where do you park? Where are you driving? Those are all factors that are gonna influence how long either one of those products lasts. Now, in an equal world, you have one car, you put quick beads on one side, you put ceramic gloss on the other, they're gonna last roughly about the same amount of time. There's not gonna be a big difference, and we like to say a safe range between 4 and 8 months. Now, if you're abusing your car, if you're taking it through a car wash, it's not gonna last that long. If you're babying your car, you just take it out on the weekend on a sunny day, it might last you years. So there's a big range there. Now, which one is the preferred method? Which one is the preferred one? That is up to you. And I say that because if you're using rinseless wash, then quick beads is not really applicable because you're not rinsing it off at the end. If you're using Incredible Suds, you're playing around with the pressure washer, the hose, whatever, yeah, quick beads is fun. And they're both going to give you that longevity that you want. They're both going to give you that gloss. Quick beads has one very small advantage over ceramic gloss, and that is its graphene content. It has graphene, and the only reason we have graphene in there is graphene is a good deterrent to water spots. It's not water spot proof, never has been, never will be. But if you're susceptible to water spots, then you may want to choose quick beads over ceramic gloss.
And that's another thing is if you have our ceramic coatings, which we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
Our 5-year, our 8-year don't have graphene in them. Our
Right.
3-year does. But if you have our 5-year, then just do your maintenance washes and add some quick beads after you've washed and flushed the panel, and then you're going to get that benefit of the graphene and the water spot resistance there. So there's different ways you can play this game. Doesn't have to be confusing. Ceramic gloss, quick beads, you don't even have to overthink it.
Right.
Use them after you wash. You can stack it. You can do it after every wash if you'd like. No big deal.
And do you like a cherry smell or a grape smell?
People love the smell of ceramic gloss.
Yeah.
I think it's our best product. I've said that from the beginning.
Right.
Let time
It's our best smelling product.
do the judging on that.
Yeah.
Question number 5, how do I apply tire shine and can it be diluted?
So, first of all, our tire shine, you shouldn't dilute it. Why? It's not designed for that. And the less you use, the better it is. So you don't need to dilute it. Just be very frugal with it. I prefer applying it with a brush. We have a tire shine brush. It works wonders. It gives you excellent control, first of all, where you're placing the tire shine. Secondly, tires these days don't have a smooth side anymore. They have those little lines. They have, if you've got a 4x4, you've got those big knobs on it, whatever. The brush will get into everywhere. A foam applicator is a flat face. Foam applicator works. If you have a foam applicator, you like the foam applicator, there's nothing wrong with that. But the foam applicator, you have to work a little harder to get in those nooks and crannies and in those little lines, and you need to actually use a little more product when you're doing that. So the brush is actually going to save you product, and at the same time, make your installation easier, faster, and better quality.
And how do I apply tire shine? I clean the tire first and I let it dry.
Yeah.
So use a leaf blower, a master blaster, compressed air.
Use your towel.
Get your tire dry before you apply the tire shine. It'll look good if you go on a wet tire and put tire shine, but it's not gonna last.
Right.
So it wants to go to a dry surface. So just keep that in mind before you apply tire shine.
Yeah.
It'll look good either way in the moment, but
dry your tire.
Why is there no tire shine appearing on my tire the next day?
Yeah.
Depends on what tire dressing you're using, right?
Exactly.
We're talking about ours.
Yeah.
Just have it on a dry surface before you apply. Well, here's a question we get. I like the gold standard polish. I love the gold standard polish. Do you guys have a compound, a cutting compound on the way?
No, we don't. And the reason is very simple. We have a very, very pad dependent polish. So the gold standard polish, it can be the finest jeweling polish you've ever used, and it can cut 600 grit sandpaper marks out of paint simply by changing the pad. And we have 2 pads in the lineup now. Eventually we'll have a third, and the third has a very specific reason. But first of all, our wool pad, that is a beast. Combine that with a long stroke DA polisher, and you can cut defects like you wouldn't believe. It will outcut a rotary with a cutting compound. It's that aggressive, but leaves a nice finish. Then we have the gold standard waffle pad. It is the all-around do-everything pad. You can cut with it, you can finish with it, you can use it on a rotary, you can use it on a DA, short stroke, long stroke, forced rotation, whatever. It works everywhere, it does it well. Does it cut as well as the wool pad? No. Does it cut? Yes. So if you just want one pad, that one pad will do it all. The new pad coming is a little brainchild of mine, and it goes to how I work, which is a dedicated rotary finishing pad. Now, can you use it on a DA? Yes, but you'll get the best results you've ever seen using it on a rotary. I call it our rotary jeweling pad. It is going to make your car glossy like you've never seen it before. So those are our 3 pads, but we only have 1 liquid to go with them.
And for obvious reasons, as you just heard. My ceramic coating, question number 7. My ceramic coating is gone. What do I do?
Good chance your ceramic coating is still there. It's just covered up. Now, those of us that live in the northern climate in the winter, they put salt, magnesium chloride, all sorts of fun stuff on the roads that actually clogs your coating. So your coating is still there, but your coating surface is not a perfect glass, layer. It has little pores in it. And those pores get clogged with the calcium, with the salt, with the minerals, and eventually you don't have beading anymore. It's still doing its job. It's still protecting. How do we unclog the coating? Very simply. Washing is not enough. Water spot remover could be better termed a mineral remover, or as some people like to call it, the coating reviver.
Yeah, the rejuvenator.
Right, and it does a great job at doing that. So spray it on a clean surface, clean car, spray it on, use a damp towel, preferably with a rinseless wash to agitate it, and rinse it off, and your coating will be back to life.
We've done videos on that, and it works phenomenally. Question number 8. Can I use all clean on interiors?
Yes. Should you? It's a different question. So first of all, if you're buying it in the 16-ounce bottle, it's pre-diluted 15 to 1. If you're gonna go on your interior, you wanna dilute that at least 1 to 1. If you're buying the concentrate in the gallon, you wanna dilute it 30 to 1 before you even bring it near an interior. Now, do you need all clean on an interior? No. We have interior clean and protect. And a lot of people are, shall we say, very surprised when they actually use it that it's a formidable cleaner.
It cleans very well.
It cleans exceptionally well. It goes after dirt that you thought, oh, it's an all-in-one product, it's not really gonna clean. No, it is a cleaner. We call it clean and protect, not just, hey, gloss over your interior with it. It is a cleaner. The other great interior cleaner we have is our rinseless wash. And the rinseless wash diluted 256 to 1 is gonna do just about everything you need on interiors. Now, clean and protect is gonna leave a little bit of protection behind. Not a dressed look, but almost. It just adds a little sheen, and it's anti-static, which is the really big advantage of using Interior Clean Protect, is that anti-static ability. The Rinseless wash is also anti-static to a point, but it's not leaving anything on the surface. So it's not attracting dust, but it's not repelling dust. Whereas the Clean and Protect is actively repelling dust.
Barely perceptible finish difference from what it would look like if you just use rinseless wash.
Right.
It's a matte finish, adds some UV protection. The smell is amazing.
Yeah.
And as a man of the people, I just want to be the devil's advocate and say there are some times when the cup holders are really nasty, and I go above 15-to-1 with All Clean. I make that choice. I accept the consequences.
Yeah.
If you don't have a steamer especially, sometimes you do need the chemical to really pack a punch.
Right.
And you can leave All Clean in the cup holder for a little bit of dwell time, sometimes a little brush in there to get it lathered up. But if you let All Clean sit anywhere for too long, it could also etch and permanently damage. Like, this is an all-purpose cleaner. So there are times when All Clean will work for you. You're gonna know that when nothing else works.
Yeah.
Start with the stuff that works for 95% of the stains and issues you have, and just know that if you need to, we have an All Clean concentrate. Just be very gentle, because once you mess an interior up, you can't take it back.
No.
But as a pro, I've gone there before.
Yeah, and it is the last ditch effort. Do not start with that. That is, I've tried everything else, and I'm willing to sacrifice this part and change it if this screws it up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wise words. I'm a cavalier detailer sometimes. Let's get back to it. Ivan, number 9. Why would I choose your 3, 5, or 8-year ceramic coating?
Okay, so.
Because these are the new coatings out and people are wondering what the difference is and how do I choose one, right?
Right, exactly. Basically, we designed the coatings and we give it the 3, 5, and 8-year nomenclature or numbers to help you understand what's going on. In reality, they're all gonna last, if they're well maintained, the life of the vehicle. But there are certain characteristics that we can't make last that long. So the 3-year coating includes graphene. And the graphene, the ability of graphene to resist water spots is phenomenal. It's great. It's not water spot proof, I'm not saying that. But it's gonna help resist water spots, and the feel of a graphene coating is silky. It has its own feel to it. Now, the graphene is a very, very, very thin layer that's built into the coating. It forms a matrix. And over time, through abrasion, through wear, tear, etc., that matrix starts breaking down. So the advantages of the graphene will last about 3 years. The chemical protection of the coating is gonna last longer. But the graphene aspect of it, or graphene oxide in reality, it's not graphene, it's graphene oxide. It's just clear the air there. But anyways, the graphene oxide part of it, the advantages of that are gonna last roughly around 3 years. So we don't want to say this is a graphene coating and you're going to get the advantages of graphene for 10 years. No, 3 years is the limit there. Maintain it well, that's going to last for many, many years longer. But the graphene aspect, in a daily driven car, 3 years is a good number. Now, our 5-year coating, the gloss expert. You want gloss, that is the coating that's going to give you the most amount of gloss. Again, through wear and tear, through washing, through the occasional drive through a car wash, et cetera, over time, that gloss aspect is going to be diminished. Is the protection, the chemical protection, going to be diminished? No, that's still there. So the advantages of the coatings are going to stay for a while, but that one advantage, I want the ultimate in gloss, that's when you choose the 5-year coating. The 8-year coating is, as far as I'm concerned, our best. It has slickness, it has gloss, it has chemical protection. And that 8-year durability, it's easy for it to achieve that. And why can we say that when we're a 1.5-year-old company? Well, easily. Chemicals have background. We have history with coatings that goes back 30 years. I personally have history with coatings that go back over 20 years. And with the ingredients that are in our coatings, it's easy to predict that it's going to last this long. Every coating company has the same sort of ingredients. They vary from one to another, but the basic building blocks are there. And we have basic building blocks that we know and other people in the industry know are gonna last basically the lifetime of the car. The reason we put numbers on it is, first of all, for expectations. And if you're expecting a coating to last a lifetime but you don't maintain it, it's not gonna do that. Coatings require maintenance, not a lot. Basically, keep your car clean. Once in a while, decontaminate it. If you get salt build up on it and your coating seems to disappear, use water spot remover and off it goes. But if you have to choose one coating, I would say choose the 8-year. It's gonna give you gloss, it's gonna give you slickness, it's gonna give you protection. And for a lot of people, protection and ease of cleaning are the reason they're getting a coating.
If you're gonna do it, that's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
Do it right.
Right.
But we offer different durabilities for people because that's how the brand works. They want almost a good, better, and best, but I wouldn't even call them that because they actually all offer different things. Don't even think of the 5-year as the middle option.
No.
Its gloss is insane. So that might be exactly what you want, is
exactly.
that gloss.
So choose your coatings by what characteristics you want.
Right.
If you want ease of cleaning, long-term durability, good chemical protection, the 8-year is your top choice. If you are just crazy about gloss, you want gloss like you wouldn't believe, then get the 5-year. And if you happen to park beside a sprinkler once in a while, yeah, maybe the 3-year graphene coating.
All right, let's talk about the cleaning power. We have 2 more questions.
Yeah.
Rinseless wash versus Incredible Suds. Which one cleans better?
They both clean equally well. They both have surfactants. They have different surfactants because we have different ways of delivering those surfactants. With the Incredible Suds, it's a soap. The surfactants are a lot different and they're a lot more foamier. So if you like the foam cannon, of course, Incredible Suds is the way to go. Rinseless wash is more concentrated. It again has different cleaners in it and it also has polymers. So they both end up with the same result, a clean car that's easy to clean, easy to maintain. Both of them do not leave anything on the surface. So some people are concerned that the rinseless wash leaves polymers on the surface. No, it doesn't. Our rinseless wash is pure in the sense that the surface you get is just clean. We're not adding protection, we're not adding gloss enhancers, we're not adding anything else. We're just leaving you with a clean surface. Same thing with Incredible Suds. We're leaving you with a clean surface. Now, why would you choose one over the other? Do you have a hose? Do you not have a hose? With the soap, you definitely need a hose. With the rinseless wash, you can get away with just a bucket, a sprayer, whatever. You can do it that way. So choose the one that best fits your reality. The other aspect of that is rinseless washing isn't 100% analog to washing with Incredible Suds. Rinseless washing is actually a skill set. And until you develop that skill set, you may not like rinseless washing. Now, is it a difficult skill set to acquire? No, we have a whole playlist of videos up here. But at the same time, what are you wanting to do? And if you learn how to use a rinseless wash properly, you'll know when you want to use a rinseless wash or when you want to break out the foam cannon and have foam everywhere.
I personally think if you're gonna foam first before you use the pressure washer, that Incredible Suds beats rinseless.
Yeah.
That's just my own personal opinion and experience. But again, both methods work great.
Yeah.
I still love washing with Incredible Suds, but I prefer to wash with rinseless.
Yeah.
So my favorite method is foam with Incredible Suds.
Right.
Give it some dwell time, pressure wash it off. Then I've got my rinseless wash in the bucket with the Legacy sponge so that once I wash the vehicle, I don't have to rinse it again.
Yeah, exactly.
I just apply my ceramic gloss on a towel, bada bing, bada boom, I'm done.
Right. Now, bonus question. It just popped into my head. Why do we not have a pre-foam?
Because Incredible Suds kicks butt and takes names.
Exactly.
We don't need one of these like
high pH.
What do they call it? The sealant killer,
Yeah, you don't need that. So Incredible Suds has a pH of 8.5, which is considered pH neutral. pH neutral is, from 5 to 9. So it's at the high end of the pH neutral scale, but it's also high enough that it does great work. The other thing that Incredible Suds does is it doesn't damage sealants, coatings, waxes, things like that. You don't need high pH to have high cleaning power.
The strip wash was the name.
Yeah.
So, do you have a strip wash foam?
Right, no, we don't. Now, if you're wanting to break down waxes, sealants, get stuff off, add some All Clean to your Incredible Suds. Or just foam on All Clean for that matter. You can do that as well. And there's no need to add another product to our line that really isn't necessary.
We never want to be the brand that people say, man, they have so many products, I never know what to use for what.
Right, exactly.
So you can foam All Clean, windows are okay, just do it out of direct sunlight and don't let it dwell too long.
Yeah.
Because anytime you're foaming anything in direct sunlight, just trust me, hard water in Utah,
Right.
I've been there, done that, I've left water spots. Just, if you're gonna foam and let dwell, especially with like an All Clean, just do it out of direct sunlight or work in really small sections.
Right, and you can mix All Clean and Incredible Suds together for a little more cleaning power to your Incredible Suds if you desire, but trust me, try All Clean, just do a panel, foam All Clean on, rinse it off, and let it air dry. Just see how much it's actually working.
Last question, will the rinseless wash method scratch my car?
No, the user will scratch his car. So the rinseless wash method, when done according to our instructions, is safe. And some will contend, I'm one of those, that it's actually safer than soap and water, than Incredible Suds. Why is it safer? Because of the tools we're using and also the technology behind it. There's more lubrication involved in a rinseless wash. And the rinseless wash method, again, still involves a hose, still involves a pressure washer if you're gonna have an incredibly dirty vehicle. Would you take your wash mitt full of Incredible Suds to a car covered in mud? No, you're gonna wanna rinse it off first. It's the same thing with the rinseless wash. The rinseless means I'm not rinsing it at the end. So that is the only difference there. Not rinsing it at the end is gonna save you time, it's gonna save you water. And the rinseless wash, this is the big difference, is its own drying aid. So its own drying lubricant. So if you're using Incredible Suds and you've rinsed it away, all you have on the vehicle is water now. That is not safe for your paint. You need some form of lubrication for that drying towel. Now, we have two solutions to that. One is quick beads. You already have the pressure washer in your hand, you already have your hose in your hand, you quickly spray on quick beads, rinse it off, and you have a built-in drying aid right there, and a lot of good protection. Or ceramic gloss, a little bit on your drying towel, a little bit on the panel, and that is going to provide that lubrication. With rinseless wash, you do not need that. Do you want to do that? Yes. Adding ceramic gloss is great with rinseless wash. It does an amazing job, but you don't need it. So that is why rinseless can be a little safer. If you go tit for tat, so there, you do the same steps, you pre-rinse, or sorry, you pre-apply the product to let it dwell, break down the dirt, you rinse, you go to your contact wash, and then you dry. At that point, the rinseless wash is a little safer. With the Incredible Suds, when you add a drying aid, now they become equal again. So Incredible Suds requires one little step extra and one little product extra to be as safe as rinseless wash. But from there, if you're doing that, then both are equally safe. It's not the wash process that is dangerous, it's the drying process.
Speaking of a very safe wash process, even though I know you said it's about the drying, we actually have this video where we use 10 towels for rinseless washing, not the legacy sponge, the 10 towel OCD method. So if you want to check that one out, it is right here.